Okay, so here's what I did. Basically, I started by inserting a shape. I just did a rounded rectangle shape. And you could format it any way that you want. Type in choice number 1, okay? And then we want to duplicate it. So I'll duplicate it a couple of times, okay? And then I'm just going to take this one, put it on the other side, and then I'm going to select them all. In fact, let's just do that. And I'm going to go up to Arrange, Align or Distribute. I'm going to distribute them horizontally. And then I'm going to align them with the top. So this way they're all in a nice neat row. Obviously you would have some more on it. You would want to change what it says inside of everything. So I'll make this choice 4, choice 5, choice 3, choice 2. Okay, now that I have them all, basically what I want to do is I want to lock this down in the background. So at least this part of it, the kids can't manipulate and move around. There might be better ways of doing this. I was really just playing around with it when I figured it out. But so this is what worked for me. So I went up to slideshow, and just like that, I did a screenshot. I'm on a Mac, not 100% sure how to do it on a PC, but on a Mac it's Command Shift 4, and then you get the crosshairs. So I just tried to get as close to the edge as I could and took a screenshot. So then exit out of there, and I'm going to duplicate this slide. So I click on the slide in the side, Control D. Then I'm just going to select everything, Command A, and then I'm going to delete, and then I'm going to, let's see, I format the slide background, and over here I'm going to select picture or text fill, and then here where it says picture source insert. And I'm going to select the screenshot that I just took, and I'm going to insert it. So now it's my background. If I try to move these, I can't do it. Okay, so I have a background. Perfect. I'm going to go back up to the first square. I don't need all of them. I'm going to, first I'm going to delete the writing on this one, and then I'm going to copy this. So Command C copies it. I'm going to go back to my background slide, and I'm going to paste it, Command V, and you'll see it went right on top of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make no fill on this, because it's going to be filled in with the stuff that we're going to scratch off, and I'm just going to make a frame. So I'm going to have a line on it. I'm going to have a solid line. I'm just going to make it a light gray right now, so this way it will stand out against the white background. And for the width, I'm going to make it 10 points. And now if I click off, you'll be able to see it better. I have a little gray frame around it. So the next thing that we're going to do is now create the scratch off. If you go to draw up here, you'll get these different pen tips, and I really like this one. It was like a rainbow foil, which I thought looked pretty cool. So if you click on the arrow, you want to make sure that you have the broadest tip selected. Select the broadest tip, and then you're ready to paint. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep painting in a solid stroke, back and forth. If I miss, you want to go back. It's okay if you go over the frame, because we're going to adjust the order, and so that's okay. The important thing is don't lift up on the mouse, because if you do, it's going to change the color of the foil, the order of the foil that you're painting on. See, so now it changes there. So anyway, so now that we have the foil, I'm just going to hit escape. It's going to get me back to my pointer. It took me forever to figure that out. And I'm going to click on that foil layer that we just did. And you go to arrange, and then you want to send backwards. I like to use the quick keys, which is, I think it's Alt Shift Command B, it says there, but you could just click send backwards, and now you'll see it tucked itself nicely behind the frame. And I want to duplicate that several times on top of all of my different choices. So I'm going to click on the foil layer. I'm also going to click on the frame layer, And I'm going to duplicate that. I'll duplicate it 3 more times. So Control D, Control D, Control D. Then I'll take the first one and put it over there. The next one, oops, I want to make sure I select the frame as well. Put it on top of that one. And then this one, the foil and the frame, and put it on top of that one. And now I can also do Control A and just kind of make sure that they all line up. So I could arrange them align and just align the, okay, so that was a bad idea because the foil, we don't want to line to the top. So I'll just leave it as it is because it looks pretty good. And that's pretty much how you would do it. You can't really lock anything else down at this point unless there's a way to lock down the frame, and I'm not aware of it. So when you send this to your kids, the directions would basically be to go to the eraser, and I find that the medium eraser works best, but you can play around with it and see. And then they would just sort of come over and start erasing, and there they have their choices. Hope you find that helpful, and if you could figure out any way to share it with the kids where they all get their own copy, I would love it if you could share that back with me. Thanks.